Oh my gosh. All right, this is neat. This is neat. Oh, the times they are a changing. All right, I got an Instagram feed over here and a Facebook land use feed over there. Let me just check make sure my mustache is properly straightened. Yep. All right. All right. I got my brother, Madame Weissmuller, and all Weissmullers. What's up? Who's in the house here? Oh my gosh. Hey, friends. Love you too. Loving y'all. Oh my gosh, Daniela. Hey, from Colombia. ¿Qué tal? Mi hermana. Shayna, Jerusalem. Hey, friends. It's so cool. Yeah, I was just thinking, the whole world's going through changes. It's good for us to be together. People are like, there's a lot of different feelings and energies going around. Some of my friends, Shlomo and Micha, they were saying, there's a virus going around on the internet that you can catch called fear. It's a very dangerous virus, the fear virus. So we must be protected, and being together, it's just a lot less scary. I've been lost in forests before, and I've been lost by myself in a forest, and I've been lost with a friend. And I'll tell you, when you're lost in a forest by yourself, it's pretty spooky, even if you got some skills, survival skills. But if you're lost in a forest and you got at least one friend, man, it can be a blast. I'm looking at the list of who's on here right now. I would love to be lost in a forest with Eliyahu Keel, with your own. Hey, Ma, Ima's in the house. It would be scary to be lost in a forest with my Ima. She's a little bit scared of bugs. But anyway, I thought I'll sing a song about life. We're gonna celebrate life tonight, and I'll share some ideas about the great what's going on. I'm very young and I don't know so much, so I apologize ahead of time if I say anything that's not, not right on. But I'll just share what I'm thinking, and I want to give us some sort of like some homework at the end, or some missions for how we can best greet the moment in front of us. A dear friend of mine, Baruch Schwadron, once taught me a song that the Native Americans have a song. Many Native American tribes have a song for when they see a storm coming. You're looking on the horizon, you look on the distance, and you see a storm coming. What do? Do you run? Do you scream? You check out, make sure everything's all right. But then you got your things in order and the storm's still coming. What do? The Native tradition, you sing to it. You sing to it. Not that you're saying that we want a storm. We don't want havoc. We don't want sickness, God forbid. But when something comes, we try to understand it and how we can engage with it in a way that will hopefully be life enhancing, which I like to replace the word good with life enhancing. So the question at the end and beginning of all of this is, how can we greet this moment? How can we, hi Laura up the road, Freedom Burger, Andre, oh my God, this is already one of the coolest parts of this virus for me, spending this time with you. I want to say too, I know I'm blabbering all over the place. Hi, is that I do hope to do more of this. I'm gonna show up here more frequently, even every day. I'll be here tomorrow, and we'll sing some songs and talk about the great what's going on. I just wish I could hear more of your voices straight up. I've seen thumbs up and heart emojis, which is very cool. But I would love it to be more of a conversation, because I feel like I'm just blabbering, and I'm like younger than most of y'all. So anyways, I'll be on here more and sharing more and singing, because we got to be together. We got to be together. I want to sing a song that my dear friend and teacher, Reb Shir Yaakov, wrote. And there's some Hebrew in it. It says a beautiful line in Hebrew from our sages. It says, Adam olam katan, which means that a human is just a little world, a microcosm of the great big world. Olam Adam Gadol, and the world, all that's happening is actually just like, the world is sort of just a big version of a person. A person is just a micro world. Each of you on here is a little world, and it's true. And the struggles and the sicknesses that a person can feel and the threats that are upon a human are also upon the world, right? Sicknesses. So we're a microcosm of the macrocosm, and the macrocosm is a macrocosm of the microcosm. This is the song. It's so pretty. He wrote it. It goes like this. I'm going to put a capo on because I love you. This. I heard the voice and the sounds of laughter. I looked around and I was alone. I heard this song and the words came after. That's how I found I am never alone. Adam olam katan, olam adam gadol. And everything that we see is a reflection of this great mystery surrounding and filling me. And I submit willingly to this perfection. Hey! I heard the voice, sounds of laughter. I looked around and I was alone. Hey! I heard this song and the words came after. That's how I found I'm never alone. You're never alone. 'Cause Adam olam katan, olam adam gadol. And everything that we see is a reflection of this great mystery surrounding and filling me. And I submit willingly to this perfection. All right. Rabbi Shir Yaakov, he's got a bunch of beautiful songs. Sorry, Shir, if I botched, changed it a little bit like that. All right, so that's a dear precious song from a dear precious friend that somehow says that no matter what's going on, there's a nakuda, a point of perfection. And so what I'm thinking, and you can, please disagree with me or agree with me or think about this, is like, how can we dig into the moment provided to us? How can we play this card of hands, this deck of cards that are dealt to us? How can we play this to make it the most life enhancing? How can we turn this situation into a blessing? That's my question. Bye. See you tomorrow. How can we turn? Because really, no matter what life serves you, no matter what the dealer, the great dealer, no matter what the great dealer deals us, always the greatest move we can do is to be like, well, how can I turn this into the greatest good? How can I turn this into the enhancement of my life, my family's life, my community life, the world life? How can I flip this? So that is the question of this and every moment, right? So, this is where I would love to hear Allison. What's up? I haven't seen you in so long. We traveled around the world together once. Andre Malik says, this too shall pass like a stinky fart. It shall pass. Everything passes. The question is after this passes, when we look back on it, we're going to be like, yo, how did we dance? How do we dance with this situation as a species, as a nation, as a person, right? What did I do with this time? So I'll share another Hebrew word. In Hebrew, the word for isolating is bidud. Bidud, what's up? Be a dude. Be a good dude. Bidud. So bidud, it comes from the same root of the word hidbodedut, which is actually an ancient Jewish and universal spirit practice of being with yourself. I'm going to give you my take on what's going on. I'm sure there's a schmillion other takes. I'm going to give you my take on why this is happening and how we can master this moment. It seems like the great dealer is asking us to cut all the noise, to cut all the happenings, the projects, your outwardnesses, your parties, the hoopla, the status quo. We are being asked, we are being forced to alter the status quo. Now, you know, if we would have gone on here 2 months ago, said, yo, would you like us to alter the status quo? Probably everyone on here would say, yo, there's plenty in the status quo. Hey, hey, ho, ho, the status quo has got to go, you know? Oh, there's a lot messed up. There's a lot of things that we could be doing better in the world, right? Heat Boda, dude. It's a time for inwardness. Why do we go in? We go in so that eventually we can come out in a better way. And like Bekitzer, in short, that's my blessing, my bracha for us. And you already know this. I'm sure you already know this. And I'm looking on this thing, and there's spirit masters, wisdom masters from around the world on here. So I know most of you already know this. But here's my bracha. It's like, let's come out of this better, wiser, clearer, stronger, more resilient, more beautiful. We're being asked to face ourselves, but in today's world, it is easier than ever to not face yourself and to not face your cards, to not face your story, to not face your edge, right? Netflix, right? You could just Netflix your way out of having to face yourself nowadays, and it's very convincing. It's very interesting. There's lots of other people's dramas that you could replace your own edge, your threshold with. It's easier than ever, right? So, yeah, Bekitzer, in short, that's what I'd like to see. I'd like us to take this time and to pursue our cellular purpose in this world. Huh? How does that sound? Who's there? Who's there? The great Shamborghini, the great Ronnie Vance. I mean, these are the great Gali. I mean, these are amazing people here, who most of you are already actualizing. Most of the people, thank God, maybe I just, you know, my grandmother, may she rest in peace, Grandma Malka, used to say, you know, surround yourself with good people. It'll help you be a good person. And I'm looking on this list here, and I'm seeing people who are actualized, you know, people who are doing, it seems to me, and I'm just a young, you know, who knows what, but people who are doing what they came to this world to do. And it's possible, God forbid, to come to this world and miss your cellular divine purpose. God forbid, lo aleinu, it shouldn't be upon us, but you could miss it. My hoorah, my charge for myself and for us is that we take this window of time to tune in, to zone into like the great what we're here for. To evolve ourselves, to do Heat Boda, dude. Heat Boda, dude, it's a term coined by a great Rebbe Nachman, where he would go every night into the forest, away from the noise of the humanity, to be alone. But the truth is, if you want to be alone, you know, good luck in this world. You're never alone. I always say, like, going to a forest to be alone is like, you are the least alone in a forest. I live in a forest. You go to a forest, you're surrounded by life. It's like the thickest life. You're like inside of a sponge that's teeming with life. And if you're mildly awake, you pick up on that. You're far from alone. You would be alone. Go to like a Walmart, you know, parking lot at 4 in the morning in Nebraska, and you maybe will feel some aloneness. But we ain't alone. We're never alone. So, what's up? What's up, Rabbi David Gibson? How I miss you. We still. So yeah, tuning in, zoning in. Let's tune into like our divine purpose. Let's not just miss this golden opportunity to heal ourselves and therefore heal the world, right? Because like the song we were just singing says, we're microcosms of the macrocosm, right? So we heal ourselves. We tune into our higher purpose. It's going to reflect on the world. So yeah, there's like a pandemic, they say, going around. There's something fishy going around. What I'm scheming on, what I'm dreaming on is Marissa, I'm smiling with you too, Mama. I'm smiling how I miss you. Hadassah Myrtle, Sorry I haven't called you sooner, but you've been in my thoughts every day. Yeah, so here's what I'm thinking is like, yeah, there's a pandemic going around. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if there was pan consciousness? Wouldn't it be nice if there was pan awakeness? Wouldn't it be nice if we took this time to learn how to think and see the world more clearly? Wouldn't it be nice if, we took this time to make and create beautiful songs, prayers, books? Anyway, that's pretty much my rant. I'll tell you my favorite part of this whole sickness that's going around, or this whole situation, the matzav, is so I'll like lean in because it's like a secret, but like I have a thing like I don't use a naughty word. I have a thing for invisible forces. I love invisible forces. I'm actually working on like a encyclopedia of invisible forces. There's so many of them, and they're all over the place, and they affect us all the time, and they don't get enough coverage or celebration. So yeah, everybody's putting the collective mind's eye onto this death force that's around. It is true, but has anybody ever seen a coronavirus? No. Okay. So there's also an interconnected force of life happening all the time, I would like to see that being tuned into in a pan oneness sort of a way. Anyway, we of the Israelite nation have what's called a Shabbat, a Sabbath once a week. It's like the coolest. It is the coolest. I hear some people, people sometimes have a allergy to ever being told anything what to do or anything religious. And the truth is, when you look at the history of religions, there has been some of the darkest things ever perpetrated by humans were done in the name of different religions, and still are happening. So I get it. Like, I get the allergy, and part of me is allergic also, okay? Shabbat is like the coolest. It's a day, it's a day of inwardness. You can celebrate with people, but it's a day where you put down your work, your outwardness, and it's a day of spirit. And I'm hoping that I'm hoping that this time will sort of be like, I think the world is sort of being pushed into a global Sabbath. Oh my God, Shivi Keller is here. I'm actually blushing. Shivi the Great. Maybe we'll sing some Shivi songs in front of Shivi Keller. I'm blushing. Shivi the Great musician. So yeah, what we're talking about, the Great Sabbath. I like to read 2 poems, and then if anybody has any song requests or something, or I could sing a couple songs. I just want to make another public services announcement. I'm going to be here tomorrow at this time. I have readings from my book. I would love it if it was more interactive. You could talk. You could be like, what are you talking about? Or, hey, here's my thought on this. That'd be cool. I'm also offering children's classes. I'll be launching that tonight on my Facebook page, hopefully, God willing. So I just want to read a couple beautiful poems that some special people wrote. Okay, this one's called Pandemic by Lynn Unger. Yeah, I guess this is hers, yeah. Okay, she writes like this. And this is similar to what I was sharing before. She says, what if you thought of it as the Jews consider the Sabbath, the most sacred of times, a cease from traveling, a cease from buying and selling, to release a little bit just for now and trying to make the world so different than it is, an inward time, a time for singing, to pray, to touch only those to whom you commit your life, and to center down. And when your body has become still, when your body becomes still, you reach out with your heart and know that we are connected in ways that are both terrifying and beautiful. How true is that? Know that our lives are in each other's hands. All right, our lives are in each other's hands. Of course, in the great dealer's hands. But now's not a time to reach out your hands. I mean, reach out your hands if somebody needs help. Okay, but it's a time for reaching out with your hearts, reaching out with your words, reaching out all the tendrils of compassion that move invisibly where we cannot touch with our hands. That's so beautiful. This next poem is from a dear prophetess named Chaya Kaplan Lester, one of the great prophetesses of Nachlaot HaBnuyah, the rebuilt, eclectic, funky Jerusalem neighborhood. She writes like this. She writes, I saw a picture of her meditating with her children. By the way, it's a great time to do all those things, to learn to make a fire, to learn a new skill, to learn whittling, right? To work on painting, to develop ourselves. She writes like this. I saw a picture of her meditating with her children. She shared this beautiful poem. She wrote, thank you, Carona, for these serendipitous gifts, still half wrapped and mysterious. The precious bestowal of quiet time with this family of mine. For the forced labor of settling my wildly ranting mind again and yet again as the tides of worry and wonder wave against the shoreline of my thoughts. She writes, thank you, Carona, for the silencing of alarm clocks and the softening of pressure. For my slow morning living room meditations with my children, teaching them to breathe deep. Time to change light bulbs and load laundry, to unplug the screen and plunge instead into the insides and all of our in-betweens. Thank you, Carona, for these. Amazing, amazing. Let's keep making beauty out of whatever comes our way. I'm gonna, I don't know what we do now. We go to Hibodadu not to be alone, but to be one. Shiva Keller says, we go to Hibodadu not to be alone, but to be one. I love you too, brother. It's so true. So true. So crazy true. I'm gonna sing a song. How about Life is a Miracle? This is a great song by Pato Bantan, a peacemaker friend of ours. It goes like this. This is what he says about life. It goes like this. He goes, life, oh life, life is a miracle. Wherever you are, let's sing it together, because really this fear of death, it's coming from a love of life, hopefully. I feel like that's part of big what's happening is there's like an awakening to the fact that like our bodies come and go, and they go. That's true. We don't often look at it in the eye, but it's true, right? I mean, how crazy is it? We're learning now that more people in the world, up until now, we know coronavirus, hopefully it's going to pass like a nasty fart in the wind, and literally may the sicknesses of the world plummet today, right now, may it drop. But like we live in a world with sicknesses, with disease, with starvation, and that's always happening, and we're often like not looking at it. I feel like we're staring right into the face of this aspect of life, which is there is death, but we're facing it. We normally don't face things. Let's take this time to face the truth and to come out a wiser, clearer, more honest people. Okay, here's what Pato sings. He says like this. He goes, life, oh life, life is a miracle. You can sing with me. Life, oh life, life is a miracle. We'll do it one more time. It goes, life, oh life, life is a miracle. Life, oh life, life is a miracle. It is a miracle every time a mama gives birth. Yo, tell me who can say how much a child is worth. A miracle living on this planet Earth, rotating to the rhythms of the universe. Life, more precious than the rarest stone, more valuable than silver or gold. Life, the essence is invisible, and to the scientific mind it is impossible. Like the secret of the seed that grows into a tree, the starry galaxy remains a mystery. The ocean and the seas, the air we breathe, Lord knows that I believe. Life is a miracle, life, oh life. Life is a miracle. Life, oh life. Life is a miracle. This one's to my mama. It is a miracle every time my mama gives birth to twins. Tell me who can say how much a child is worth. A miracle living on this planet Earth, rotating to the rhythms of the universe. Life, more precious than the rarest stone, more valuable than silver or gold. Life, the essence is invisible, but to the scientific mind it is impossible. Like the secret of the seed that grows into a tree, the starry galaxy remains a mystery. The oceans and the seas, the air we breathe, Lord knows that I believe. Life is a miracle, life, oh life. Life is a miracle. Life, oh life. Life is a miracle. It's true, dude. Every day, in every way. All right, it is the let's hang out. That was a lot of talking, heading, and singing. Let's chill. Let's chill. Okay. Who wants to? Bria. Okay. Thank you, Bria. We got Scotty, Simcha, Super Pasola, Man, Schwartz, the Khatan Danan, getting married soon in the house. We got Rev Joshua Green. This is very cool. Anybody got something they want to say? I could read it out loud, or a conversation piece, or a question. Any questions for us to play with together? Huh? We have a song request from the great Mutta Wolf. I saw that coming. I saw that coming. All right. All right. You got it, man. This is a song request from the great Mutta Wolf. I learned this song. In Brazil at a peace gathering with people from over 55 different nations. And I was walking, doing a heat boda doot. I was doing solitary walking for the sake of growing and healing my insides. And I met this Australian dude who was only wearing a loincloth. That's just like a little, taught me the song. And it was actually funnier since we got time because everybody's quarantined. I'll tell you the bigger part of the story. Is actually I just read this book that said that you could do anything in the whole world if you just fully believe it and you completely remove any doubt. Anything in the whole world. You just have to know it and believe it, and you could do anything in the world, which I don't not believe. But on this particular day, I was in Brazil, and everybody does capoeira. They do flips and kicks and So I said, well, I'm a healthy person. I got legs, I got muscles. I could probably do a flip. The only thing limiting my flippability is my head. I tell myself I can't, so I can. Maybe I could if I tried. So I tried to quiet my mind or shush my mind or empty my mind and do flips. And I was walking around bruised and bleeding, scraped. It didn't work for me that time. Might have worked other times. And then I was walking. I met this dude. I met this guy. Oh my God, Johnny Sklar. Oh my gosh. Whoever's quarantined with Johnny Sklar is a lucky person. That's all I gotta say. You're one of them. Oh man. Let's hang out, dude. You're invited. Anyway, this guy taught me this song, and he said, hey dude, I'm teaching this song, teach a lot of people. So I made it my business and teach a lot of people. Go like this. He goes, Deep inside of my heart, I got this everlasting light. It's shining like the sun, and it radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I've got to give. And it's the way that I live. It's what I'm living for. All together now, deep inside of my heart, I got this everlasting light. It's shining like the sun. It radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, and the more I've got to give. And it's the way that I live. It's what I'm living for. Now, if you're home, if you're alone, or whatever, you can close the blinds or not. But maybe if you haven't moved a lot in a while, if you've been glued to the computers or something, this could be your opportunity to boogaloo, do a little dancing, move the body, get the deep inside of my heart. And I've got this everlasting light. It's shining like the sun, and it radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I've got to give. And it's the way that I live, it's what I'm living for. Deep inside of my heart, I got this everlasting light. It's shining like the sun. It radiates on everyone. The more that I give, and the more I've got to give. It's the way that I live. It's what I'm living for. Let's sing that all together. What's up, all bag? Let's sing together. All right, break it down, break it down. Sing along. I want to hear you from all the way over here. Come on. Break it down, break it down. All right. So that's a little bit about what time it is, what's going on, the great what's going on. This is really cool. This is really cool. It feels good to be connected with folks out there. Like I said, I'll be back when the day is new and all. You'll have things to share with me, and I'll have things to share with you. We'll have things we'll want to talk about. Hopefully this disease and all diseases will blow away very quickly. We could live in a happier, clearer, smarter way. Huh? So, great. I'm just gonna check and see what's up here. Oh, my mom she's cheering, sending me hugs and kisses. I love you, Ema. Rebecca Sykes, hey, what's up? Monita. Okay, Jen, the Kala, the holy bride is in the house. Amazing. Rachel Rose, amazing. Hannah Aaron, what's up? What's up? Such special people. Oh my gosh. Shane Doe, what's up? Miriam. All right, there's a lot of people here. That's so cool. All right, yo, I'm probably gonna boogie soon. Anybody got any thoughts they want me to propose or think about or talk about? Any songs that would be cool? Let's see, I'm just gonna scroll through. Sorry for my silence. Revaya, what's up, my soul sister? Eli Burr, Teacher Deep Inside My Heart Dance says. Ilana, I actually don't. I'd be making up a Deep Inside My Heart dance. I don't even know it. Leave Note is an amazing organization. They took the song. They even changed the melody around. That's the way the world is. Things change. So they made us dance for it. The melody even changed a little bit. That's all right. Things change. I don't know the dance for it. Chesky the Great. What's up? Sharon, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Blessings. Okay, let's see. Outside, taking a walk. There's still a lot of people out here. People, okay. I hate saying that we're not alone. There's a lot of people outside. Oh, Ravine wants to know, how do you get your beard so smooth? Oh my goodness. Okay, listen. I don't normally like put product in. I knew my mom was gonna be watching. I'd be in front of people, and I have this amazing beard balm that I put in today called the Olive Man Beard Balm. I actually put something in. I normally don't, but I put in my brother Eitan's beard balm. Sarah, so sorry I missed that. Just woke up from a nap. Well, welcome, Boker Tov. Welcome to wakefulness. That's the kids are in short. That's what we're talking about, is using this time where people are going in and heat bodaduding, being by themselves, insulating, for a greater outwardness. I help my holy, amazing, brilliant, greatest blessing in my life, twin brother Yonatan Ha'ari, the great champion of life and the great advisor, my twin brother Yoni. He and his holy wife Vivian started a summer camp. I helped start a summer camp with them, and it's a Jewish farming summer camp. Okay, we do herbal medicine and farming and learn how to connect to the creator Hashem, through creation. Okay, and it's about healthy living outside and inside. Basically, it's really about closeness, about being close to yourself, close to your voice, close to your words, close to your family, closeness, close to the earth. So I used to go to, this is so nice we got time because nobody's got to go anywhere. I can tell long stories. I used to go to camp fairs. And it was funny because, at the beginning, there'd be big camps with big banners and videos explaining their camp. But we didn't have any of that yet. We were just getting started. We didn't even have any campers. And so I would literally go into the trunk of my car, and pull out, a pretty tapestry or something, lay it out on the table. And I look for pretty objects, and I'd put them on the table. I'd put a bow drill for making fires. I'd put a drum. I'd put my guitar, candle. I just make a pretty setup. And I'd often, to get campers, I would just start making a fire with the bow drill, making smoke inside this like JCC auditorium. Kids would come all over. I said, you come to my camp, you can make smoke, you can put fires. But anyway, I had a beautiful, amazing non-Jewish kid came over. He saw me making fire, playing on the drum. He was like, that looks good. I'm a rootsy boy. I wanna touch life, He said, I'm not Jewish though. Like, He said, is your camp for Jews? I said, well, the truth is there sometimes are some non-Jews who come, like kids of staff, but in general, we're a Jewish camp. We actually made a line, a circle. He said, this is a Jewish camp. And here's what I told him. I said, we're making a line. We're going in as Jews, as a nation, to learn our medicine, to learn our Torah, to learn our wisdom way, to learn how to make blessings, our gratitude tradition. We're learning our music tradition, but it's kosher. The only reason it's kosher is because we're going in for the sake of going out in a better way. It's not just so that we can be better just for ourselves, right? We're going in, we're making a line so that we can show up in a better way for everyone outside of this circle. And so for me, that's the only way it's ever kosher, to draw lines of insulation, whether you're going to have a men's gathering or any kind of gathering, right, or retreat, and you say it's for these people. It's only kosher if part of the reason, the kavana, that you're making that line is to be in better relationship with everybody outside. So I know that's a lot of talking, but it's my hope that we'll take this time of line drawing and insulating to be in better relationship with everybody outside. So yeah, some homework, some missions for myself and for all of us is like making time to let the mind settle. If you got a fear trip going on, fear is one breath away from like having respect for something. Like there is sickness in the world. There always has been. Okay? There always has been sickness in the world. There's a new, slightly new flavor of sickness in the world right now. You could fall prey to the virus of fear, which everybody knows causes all sorts of health problems and even death. It's like a virus, maybe even more deadly. What fear has done to this world has probably done worse things than any Carona. So let's take time to, however you do this. Now, thank God there's like a shmillion different ways to settle the mind. You can breathe, you can have a mantra, you can go for a walk, you can stare at the sky, you can put your hands up to the sky, right? You can listen to a sound, you can play an instrument. There's a million different ways to do this. Let's make time to settle the mind and tune into the great what's going on and be a little bit more awake and tuned in. That's my hope. So that's one mission for myself and for all of us. And another one is, there's actually two more. One is a sacred question, a meditation for you to ponder. If you're not already pondering this, which looking at this list of people, I see that everyone in here that I know is already asking this question, but like, what are we here for? What is my raison d'être, right? If you're not already asking yourself that, because maybe that question alone, if that question alone was asked by every person in the world, maybe that would lead to a pan goodness, right? Well, there's a great field of study in the realm of lifeology, which we all are lifeologists. There's a great subfield in the realm of lifeology. This great question, it's one of my favorite questions. If everybody did just this one thing, if there was one billboard or one thing that everybody did that could lead to a great fixing on planet Earth, so what would it be? I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see lots of ideas on the side here. Oh, Casey Baruch, oh my gosh. You melt me, just saying your name melts me. So it's a great question. Well, what Reb Ezra Weinberg? What, Reb Ezra Weinberg, if everybody did this one thing, this one practice, this one mantra, this one billboard, if everybody did this one thing, if this one thing happened, what do you think it could be? I've got lots of ideas. Reb Ezra, you got an idea? What's up, Rachel? Thank you. Okay. Well, I'm not at the bottom. I'm gonna scroll down. Sorry if I missed anything. No, I'm not seeing. Oh, breathing. Ariel. Okay, we got unity. We got breathing. Okay, Ariel. Thank you. Oh my God, people are giving idea answers. Okay, the great Reb Ariel says if we all took a breath, could be, and breathing also means like tuning into our life force, right? Breathing's amazing. I'm gonna go on a little rant because we got nowhere else to go. I'm loving this. Breathing's amazing. You know, the lungs are amazing. I feel like I'm a big heart guy. There's a heart emoji. My question is, where's the lung emoji? Huh? You see a lung emoji? Heart, heart, heart. Someone's hearting. Where's the lung emoji? Huh? Somebody's hearting again. It's great. I'm not an anti-heartist by any means, of course. Look at me. Deep inside my heart. Okay? I'm a big proprietor, a big propagator, a celebrator of the way of the heart. Yes. What about the lungs? As everybody now knows better than ever, we share air. We are connected. We are interconnected. Ravaya said unity. We are unified. Breathing is actually the physical mechanism by which we actually share life essence. Whoa! Not the heart so much. The heart, I'm not trying to speak badly about anybody or any organ, but the heart is an insular pump. Now there's energies that come from everything. Yes. Okay, so there's energies coming from our hearts. Darren Miller, I know. I feel your vibrations from here right now, I promise you. Okay, so yes, but the heart is an insular pump. It pumps blood inside of the body. But the lungs, oh, look, it's even happening with words and breath right now. The breath and through the lungs is where we actually share life essence. I don't know if there's any kids on here, but like, that's a little bit hot. What'd you say? Sharing life essence? Like we're, like your life, the life essence that's emanating from you goes into me. Oh, like, ooh, the lungs. But whoever celebrates the lungs, where's the great poetry? Who says I lung you? Where's the emoji? Under celebrated. I would like somebody on this list to take on the mantle of the lungs and breathing. Okay, and if we're stopped up, if we have stopped up energy and emotion, it's often because our diaphragm, the biggest, strongest, always pumping muscle in our body, the diaphragm, it can get congested, it can get blocked. God forbid, lo aleinu. You see people walking around all stiff energetically, it's often they got a locked diaphragm. So if you're feeling like you haven't been able to move your emotions, all right? Rachel Kaplan, one of my great teachers from California. What's up, California? Tali Weinberg, Casey Sarai Schwadron, Wimbrand, Dougie, Dougie moved to Philly. All the chevres out there, the 1,000 that I didn't even list, you know, so Rachel Kaplan says, you know, don't forget about the word motions in our emotions. We need to move, got to move, really got to move. You got to move your emotions. If they're not moving, they can get stopped up. And where's the house of emotion? It's sort of like that heart thing with the lung thing. They sit right here. The heart, it drips onto the diaphragm and sort of informs it when to emote. What are the extremes of emotion? When you're so super happy, you turn into a Shimon Darwick. Ha ha ha, right? You laugh it out. Ha ha, ha 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 ha. The diaphragm dances. Also, when you're so super sad and broken, you cry, boo, hoo, 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 hoo. The diaphragm moves. So if we're feeling like the energy or the emotions of this world, and maybe we've been worried and we have loved ones that we're caring for, and we're looking into a unwritten future, which by the way, it's always, we never know what's coming around tomorrow. And there's an emotion that's not coming through. It's often in the lungs. So you can imagine yourself softening, or not imagine, you can actually just soften that muscle. And you can do that through breath, which the great Ariel Shalem recommended as part of the fixing for the world. We're going to go through the question on the table is, if we did this one thing, what would bring about a great healing, a great fixing? The great Sarah says, spreading kindness. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see. Okay. Ooh. The Cohens are saying to emulate a great redeemer, emulate Mashiach, be the change you wish to see in the world. Let's take it all upon, if everybody took it upon themselves that the whole onus of the fixing of the world was upon each of us. I think that'd be checkmate. Sure. If everybody's like, yo, it is my job. If you said it's my job, I said it's my job to make sure that everybody is taken care of, huh? And that there's good thoughts, clear thoughts, truth. The truth is queen. Instead of so much noise, so much billboard noise, magazine noise. But if truth was queen, if that's all of our work, that sounds good. That sounds good. Okay. Oh, that's so beautiful. Rachel Sigal says, "Tell a stranger you matter." That's awesome. I would like to. First of all, you matter. For real, for real. Okay, Ma'ima says, be dvekis with Hashem. So I'm going to translate that. Dvekis means to be bound and glued to. It comes from the same word as devek. And Hashem literally means the name, but it's code word for the creator of the universe who enlivens all moments, who's sponsoring the breath inside of all of us right now. Okay, the breath of life, who sponsors and is responsible for existence. To be bound with that. Okay, maybe that can be part of our practice as we have this heat bow to do this inward time. To do that, and part of it's a head trip, because the truth is, Ima, if you don't mind me saying so, is we are bound. We are, but you can't. This whole universe would cease to exist. It would be like pulling the plug out if the creator of the universe wasn't sponsoring moments. We are bound with the great creator. The question is, are we hip to it? Because when we're hip to it, when we're conscious of it, we can sing about it, we can play with it, we can give gratitude right now, give thanks for this moment, for this breath. And we can be in harmony. Can I get a round of applause for Pan Harmony? Come on, Ima. Come on, Ariel. Monica. Berchenko! Can we get a round of applause for Pan Harmony? Yeah, let's turn this mothership around. Berchenko in the house. All right. Okay, let's see. So any other ideas? We got some lungs. Oh, we got a lung emoji coming out. Oh my God, so many people are writing things. Love one another's like mothers and children. That's beautiful. To love one another like a mother loves a child, like sources of love. That's awesome. That relates to one idea that I have on my list. I got a whole list. I keep lists, by the way. I got lists. And one is like one on the things on the list that could lead to a grand harmony, a grand fixing of the great ship of life would be gender harmony, which anybody who's mildly awake knows that there isn't and there hasn't been since as far as I've ever seen and looked at history. There's been a grand disharmony, and the sacred feminine has been I don't even want to use such dirty words about what's happened on this platform, but terrible things, and certainly not allowed to sit in its grand throne. And therefore, of course, the sacred masculine has also been super tainted. And so, yeah, a mother, like a mother to a child, I believe that there is a special flavor of love that mamas have, when you're capable of gestating life, that it gives you a certain flavor of sensitivity, a flavor of love. There's many flavors of love. There's many flavors of happiness. There's a special one that people who can gestate life and carry life and feed life with their bodies can know that I'll never know. There's the other things maybe I know that who knows. But maybe if that flavor, if there's gender balance, healthy gender harmony, that could tip a lot in a good direction. Ariel Shalom, he's saying there's some magic drinks that we could just drink a potion. That sounds like a shortcut, but that sounds really neat. Okay, Love Cohen said, wait, it's really about compassion, having compassion. If I had more compassion. Let's eat more plants, says Steiny. All right. Okay. My aim is saying have actions. My mama says have actions that are bound with Creator. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna cut to one that I had to my timbers. Hey, one idea also is that if we were all all tuned into our cellular purposes. Okay, so that takes a little bit of diving in, because first of all, you have to understand that we have a soul and a body, and you are the meeting. We are the meeting of heaven and earth. Okay, that's a lot of symbols in the world are like two coming together. The Jewish star is a downward and an upward meeting together. Every time we say a bracha, a blessing, we're taking the physical and binding it with the spiritual, and you have a spirit with a body. In fact, I said you are a spirit, right? What's more you? This body which comes and go, or your neshama, your soul, which lasts for forever? Yoni! I'm still on the Facebook Live, so are you.
What?
You're on Facebook Live. Monty Cooper's watching you. Say something about what's going on.
We are alive. We are thriving.
Tell us about what's happening at Casa de Yoni.
We are fire building, and we found a flagpole in our front yard, and me and Molly were just scoping it out and dreaming how we were going to get it up there. There's no rope. Now we're going to get the Earth flag up there, and what our family flag might look like. And playing on the trampoline. And what are we up to, kids? We are liquidating.
Amazing.
We're just being outside. We're being inside in the moment, but we're just playing in the yard.
All right. Can we get a bracha, brother? A bracha, a blessing.
Yeah, it's just like I was thinking. I went for a jog today, and was thinking about how Shabbat is like Shabbat. It really is a cure for a disease that actually has illnesses and deaths associated with it, of the isolation and computerization and separation that we feel throughout the week. It has real effects that people feel desperate and alone in the world we live in, and hopefully Shabbat and taking a break from all technologies and the internet and all this stuff can bring us home. And it feels a little bit like that right now in the whole world. Like we're going through a little bit of a mini Shemitah or Shabbat, and it's sad and beautiful. It's sad because people are really hurt. Like they're really hurt and dying, kind of like every day in the world from being so isolated. There are people that are actually hurt and dying. And there are people really taking the time right now also to dig in and dive in to themselves and their families and each other, taking care of each other. So yeah, I guess the big blessing is may the pain and suffering be minimal or close to none, and the Shabbatitude, the Shemitah-ness work its global medicine right now for really the whole world. That'd be nice if the pain and suffering were minimal to none, and Shabbatness were just like going on for weeks. Yeah, that's my wish.
All right. We getting amen? Amen.
Hey.
Thank you, Bubba. I'll call you later. I got a whole thing here. There's people. Tali Weinberg's here. Puchenga. All right. Love you, brother. Okay. All right, that's it. So anyway, the idea that I was postulating before, we have a soul, we have a body. Your soul came here for a reason. It's possible for your soul to get hijacked, to get hoodwinked, to get co-opted by other forces, right? So let's tune in, know that we have a soul, quiet the noise of the crazy world, and listen. And maybe if everybody did that, a great pleasure, because following the path of the soul, it can be hard. It doesn't mean that there's not work to do, but it's the greatest trip. So there's a song by a great famous singer-songwriter named King David. Ever heard of King David? Yeah, he's like on Spotify and stuff. And he wrote these words like, 2,500 years ago. And Nava Tehillah, a great band, Yoel Sykes and his team put beautiful melody to it. It goes like this. It's a song talking about, it's Tehillim, the 149th psalm from King David. And he talks about how all of creation is singing hallelujah. Saying hallelujah is just like, you can't translate it. Like most words in Hebrew, you can't really straight up translate it, but it's sort of like, wow, creator. Wow, creator. And wow can mean everything. You could say anything in a wow, like really, wow. And so I want to sing this song to bind our hearts, whoever's watching, whoever will be watching in the future, to bind our hearts and our minds and our lungs and our words and our songs and our prayers for anybody suffering tonight. You know? Anybody suffering? According to King David's wisdom, the whole world, the trees, the oceans, the mountains, you, even if you don't know it, is crying out in a great hallelujah. So this is his song. It's in Hebrew. It goes like this. Yeah, hallelujah, Adonai min hashamayim. Yeah, hallelujah, ba'meronim. Yeah, hallelujah, kol melacha. Yeah, hallelujah, kol tzva. Yeah, hallelujah, shemesh v'yareach. Yeah, hallelujah, kol kochvei or. Yeah, hallelujah, shmei hashamayim. והמים אשר מעל השמיים יהללו את שם אדוני כי הוא ציווה ונבראו ויעמידם לעד לעולם חוק נתן ולא יבואו יהללו את שם אדוני כי הוא ציווה ונבראו ויעמידם לעד לעולם חוק נתן ולא יעבור. Hallelujah. Sing with me if you want. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah, hallelujah, Adonai min hashamayim. Yeah, hallelujah, ba'meronim. Yeah, hallelujah, kol melachav. Yeah, hallelujah, kol tzva. Yeah, hallelujah, shemesh v'yareach. Yeah, hallelujah, kol kochvei or. Yeah, hallelujah, shmei hashamayim v'mayim asher me'al hashamayim. Yeah, hallelujah, את שם אדוני כי הוא ציווה ונבראו ויעמידם לעד לעולם חוק נתן ולא יעבור. Yeah, hallelujah, את שם אדוני כי הוא ציווה ונבראו ויעמידם לעד לעולם חוק נתן ולא יעבור. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Big love. See you tomorrow.